Massachusetts School of Law is on a mission seeking applications from students, especially students of color. The school is reaching out to colleges like Morehouse, Howard University, and Spelman College in an effort to get more students of color to pursue law degrees. Joining me this morning to talk about this outreach effort is Darius Greene, an admissions officer at Massachusetts School of Law. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Well, recruitment within the minority community. Why this push for black students, minority students in the law schools?
Well, we recruit all students, but we definitely find that there is a disproportionate amount of African American law students that are enrolled in law schools. The numbers of African American students have gone down and are continually decreasing as the years progress. So Massachusetts School of Law, we're definitely doing our part to help increase those numbers.
And how are you doing that? Obviously you're recruiting.
Yes, sir.
But what about financial aid packages, things like that? Are you any incentives there?
We have a very low cost of tuition. Tuition is about $17,000 a year in comparison to most law schools, which starts you at about $35,000 to $37,000. So you don't come out owing too much. You will be in some debt if you can't pay out of pocket, but you won't come out owing so much to where you can't take certain jobs. You can come out and you can hang your own shingle, you can go into private practice, or you can actually work for the government with the DA's or Attorney General's office.
Mm-hmm. Is there a shortage of students of color or lawyers in the legal profession?
Well, about 7% of the population of lawyers are African American, so it definitely is a shortage of African American lawyers in the country. So,
and it's interesting now you're going down to a lot of the historically black colleges,
right.
Morehouse, Spelman, some of these schools. I guess talk to me about your efforts. Why are you mining those particular fields?
Well, I came from HBCU. I went to Morris Brown in Atlanta, which is right there in the AUC with Morehouse and Spelman. Also went to Clark, Atlanta, and earned my master's degree. So this is a role that I've traveled personally, and these were some of the hurdles that I had to jump over with coming out of undergraduate as well as grad school. My LSAT score was okay, but these days you definitely need a high LSAT score as well as GPA to get into most law schools, as there's not a shortage of individuals wanting to go and get skill sets before they come out of undergrad.
Mm-hmm. Now, what impact are you hoping to have by doing this? I mean, obviously an impact in the schools, but are you trying to have a wider impact in the legal industry itself?
We definitely are. We're trying to give opportunities to individuals who might not be able to go to law school because they can't get a certain LSAT score, and we're also trying to help increase the minority students of color or African American students at law schools as well as in the legal profession in whole.
What about having more minority lawyers to serve the minority community?
Definitely. We definitely are doing that. We at MSL, we definitely try to do our part to give back to the minority communities. We do a lot of outreach with, Hispanic communities, African American communities, and this is just one way of actually getting more individuals in to do that.
Now, the Massachusetts School of Law, you're located in Andover?
Yes, sir.
And you have how many students there?
650.
650. And what you said the percentage of students, minority students is?
African American students is about 15%.
About 15%. Well, that's pretty good. Now, what about local students who want to pursue a law degree? Are you offering them any incentives as well?
Yes, we are open to every student. The same price is no out-of-state tuition in comparison to in-state tuition. It's $17,000 across the board. I typically do HBCUs, but I do go recruit at UMass Boston and other state schools here in the Massachusetts and New England area.
What's your pitch when you go down there? I mean, you go to a place like Morehouse, down in Atlanta, or Spelman, some of these schools. What's your pitch? What is your pitch to get people to come all the way up here to Andover to go to law school?
I'll tell them about the great weather first off. It's definitely
that'll definitely get them up here.
Definitely, they flock up here when I tell them about the weather and the sports of Boston. But no, I talk to them about the opportunity of going to law school. A lot of individuals have a dream aspiration of going to law school, but they can't get a certain score on the LSAT. And whether, instead of having a dream terminated, you can always take an alternative route to reach a destination and become a licensed attorney like everybody else who goes to an ABA accredited institution.
What about recruitment of women?
I do a lot of recruitment of women. I've actually had a better turnout of women than guys from our recruitment. Our law school, a little bit more women than guys, but I definitely have a decent share of women as well as men.
And what kind of response do you get from the students you try to recruit?
It's a welcome response because they definitely thought that their dream would be terminated with not being able to get a certain score on the LSAT. So with learning of an alternative to going to law school, they definitely are very receptive of what I'm saying, and I've been able to get a couple students to come up here from various HBCUs across the country.
And what was the thinking of the I guess the leaders at the school of why they wanted to do this, take on this kind of a project? I mean, specifically going to historically black colleges to recruit.
Well, they've had some success with some decent students coming from HBCUs like myself. I came to the law school in 2005 from 2 HBCUs, as I said before, and they just see a market that's not being tapped and individuals who are able to do the work, but it's a hurdle of passing the LSAT or getting a score on the LSAT.
How does Boston compare to some of the other big cities in terms of having a lot of black lawyers? I mean, obviously cities like I would think with D.C., Atlanta would have a lot more. Is Boston, is there sort of a shortage of black lawyers here, or a smaller number?
It's a smaller number of black attorneys here. I don't want to say it's a shortage, but there definitely is a shorter number.
Is there opportunity for them if they want to begin a law profession here?
Definitely. There's definitely an opportunity to come to MSL, Massachusetts School of Law, as well as the Boston area, to pursue a legal career here. Definitely.
Okay. And finally, what would you like to say to all the students out there who might be thinking about law? Give us a little of your pitch about Massachusetts School of Law.
I would definitely tell you to apply. Definitely apply. We don't require the LSAT, but we do look at everybody on a case-by-case basis. We take everything into account, so past work history and everything.
And the students do well afterwards?
Definitely. They go into private practice or with the Attorney General's or District Attorney's office.
Okay. All right. Darius Greene from the Massachusetts School of Law, thanks for coming in, and good luck with the recruiting.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back right after this. Stay with us.